throw to everyone else as well. And then we'll start to talk a bit about the structure for the draft and make sure we're still on the same page and what that looks like. And if we are, then we start linking some names. So that's basically all we want to get out of today. I think we've done a lot of the background work around that, and we're sort of getting to nearly the point where we can actually start throwing some names to some positions and what we're actually trying to achieve. So as long as everyone's happy with that, that's the way we look to head tonight.
Bloody awful, Maisie. It's raining. It feels like England here.
My name's Clint Mackay. I'm the T20 High Performance Manager for the Melbourne Stars.
I think playing spin well and being a left-hander often in our lineup's a good thing, if you know what I mean, generally, depending who's available. I mean, the quality of the player makes, but I think generally it's an area, if Maxi's not playing, you can feel you could get exposed, isn't it?
Yeah, because to me, that's probably the only area where probably trumps someone like I know neither of them are left-handers, but because he's more of a sweeper, that he, I guess, counters it a bit differently. But my concern with he's dominated the blast, but then in the 100 he's struggled, which is obviously a level up. It's been sort of restructured a little bit at the moment, so a lot of my stuff comes under sort of the list management and sort of the draft profile and working out which players we're going to select and make sure we give ourselves the best opportunity to be successful in the BBL and WBBL this year.
So what happens if gets retained?
Yeah, so that's what we're going to have to potentially consider. Yeah, well, that's all. It gets wiped out. So.
But if we go and then if still available in the third round, we go and so up top and to play in that, like,
yeah,
if you didn't put Reese ahead of depending on the game situation, that kind of finish.
Yeah, then you've got Reese in the middle that clears boundary.
Yeah.
He's right. And
She has been spoken about around that sort of stuff as well. Our biggest concern, probably, you should have her on that list. Don't know about it, but we think she's going to go really early. There's potential to go pick one.
Probably the biggest challenges around the BBL stuff is sort of understanding the other competitions around the world. Obviously, there's two main ones at the same time as the Big Bash. So obviously, there's a big fight for players, and the quality and the talent pool sort of gets spread over 3 tournaments. You've got the South Africa Premier League and also the UAE T20 League as well. So for us, it's making sure that we get the right people into the Big Bash draft to give us an opportunity to select the players we actually want to make sure that it gives ourselves the best chance moving forward.
It hasn't really changed much the last couple of weeks, but as we sort of know, though, the previous years, the last sort of week or so, that's when some of the names actually come in.
Okay, because who'd be top of your list of front and back bowlers apart from moment that you've seen come in?
Well, I haven't looked probably since end of last week, and so I think that's the.
Have we got more of a steer on availability for Shaheen?
No, not yet. I'm still waiting from Trent. So I'll reach out to him the back end of this week too and get some more certainty around that.
Yeah, the women's in the WBBL, it's a little bit interesting. It's sort of different challenges from the men's side where there's no other competing competitions at the same time. So for us, generally, you get access to everyone in the world, which is great. But we do know that Australia's generally been the forefront of women's cricket.
I don't know. I still just think Reese gives us that bit of X factor in the middle, which is what we've lacked for so long.
They had 142, so you talk about excess strike rates, which is what the projected strike rate at that particular time when they're batting is. Again, is 20. So she strikes 20 more than what the expected that time is. When she bats, 7.
So that's like effectively what we're comparing if we went to.
I think we're again starting to go around in circles a little bit. So again, I think for this, we sort of continue to catch up each week now and keep adding some names. And I think it's really important now we can keep chucking those names into that group that you've set up, Tim, around that. We can start doing some more work. I'll reach out and try and find out exactly what the availability is like. So then next week we actually come for some certainty what that sort of seems. We start to narrow that down to sort of 2 or 3 names, which we actually want to start to do. And I think the pick 3, that's the interesting one. But guys like, it's a different way to go about it. So I think that's really important. We continue to put some more names out there whenever we get it. And Tim, for you, please, to running some more numbers around that and what that sort of looks like as well.